morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who is watching us across the globe. Welcome to Excellence, the 30 Minutes Talk Show. First and foremost, as always, safety is a prime, and I would request everyone, if wherever you're watching us now from, if there is an emergency, please carry yourself to a safe location and please call your local helpline. Now, with that done, I'm really very happy to introduce you to our today's speaker and associate, Ketki Gokhale, who will help us understand and practice how yoga is a great stress reliever in our super busy work and family life. So, welcome on the show, Ketki.
Thank you.
Yeah, a brief introduction about Ketki is like Ketki obviously is an yoga expert with a master's in yogic science from S. Vyasa, Bangalore, which is in India, and with a total experience of 15 plus years in yoga consultancy. Ketki has helped propagate yoga in the UK since last 10 years. Now, she has a very unique style. She's very creative, very joyful because she works with the advantages. She has worked with all the age groups, like she worked with kids and as well as old people and people with different ailments like obesity, arthritis, asthma, anxiety. And she has also been customizing and developing programs which will be beneficial to manage occupational stress and anxiety at work, basically. And that's what we are here for today, isn't it, Katie? Like we are trying to deal with the stress which is really developed by the corporate life. So it's really great to have you on the show, Katie, and we're just looking forward to all the knowledge you're going to share with us. So I just wanted to start with like as with the arrival of spring, the sunny days as I mentioned earlier, and the recent festivities of different communities and different religions, which signifies the beginning of a new life. And with the lockdowns easing up here in the UK at least, it has given us a hope of happier days after an arduous year of this pandemic. Now, it's been hard for many of us and immensely stressful too. So, this stress, which actually stiffens our body and mind alike, needs to be relieved. You would agree, Kitke, on that. And because holding it within us is doing more harm to our not only our physical, because we are saying, okay, I'm stressed and I'm stiff, the body is stiff, but it is affecting our mental well-being as well. But like as we are so busy, like it's a fast-paced, busy life we are living and leading now in this particular age, technological age, and it is very difficult, like to sit down, understand, and assess the stress levels what we are going through. So, Kiki, can you please tell us, like, what is stress in the perspective, like from perspective of yoga, like, as you being a yoga expert? Because now, if I define stress, I will define it very differently, which will be a very common layman's language, I would say. But like you, from like a yoga expert, what would be like stress from the perspective of yoga, and how can we really identify it, like it's developing or it's building up, and what would be the best way to relieve it? And I know like you need the presentation, so I'm just going to share the screen for the presentation with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So thank you, Swapnil, for that nice introduction. And hello, everyone. I'm more than happy to share whatever I have learned so far with you all, and I try to be very simple with the language. It's not very complicated. So we'll try to understand the concept of stress according to modern science first, and then according to the ancient science like yoga. Okay. So stress is the body's reaction to a change that requires a physical, mental, or emotional adjustment or response. So what modern science is telling us that there are two types of stress. One is eustress. Eustress is one of the helpful types of stress. Okay. It prepares our muscles, our heart and mind for the strength needed for the whatever demanding situation is there. Like for example, when there is a stressful situation or a demanding situation, our body needs to prepare a whole lot of things within, and we are simply not aware of that. Basically, our nervous system is of two types: a sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. When we need to face or react to a stressful situation, there are various physiological changes occurring within. For example, in order to act something, our muscles need to get contract or tighten, and for the contraction, they need more amount of blood and energy. So your heart needs to pump more blood, so your BP goes up. Your muscles to contract, again, they need energy. So there has to be more amount of glucose in the blood, so your blood sugar level goes up. There is release of stress hormones in the bloodstream, that is the cortisols and adrenaline. Now, because our life is so fast paced, and we are dealing with one after the other, never ending tasks and the deadlines, especially in the corporate world, whatever the changes occurring, so our body is in a fight or flight response.
Correct.
The sympathetic nervous system is activated because that is needed. That is the eustress. That is not bad at all to us. In fact, we need it. If it doesn't get activated, we won't be able to act towards it. But what is our job is to bring that whole change within the body, which has occurred just now, to bring it back to the original state. And that's why the other type of nervous system, that is parasympathetic nervous system, need to be activated in order to bring the rest and digest response. Because when the blood and energy is directed towards the periphery of the body, your visceral organs are deprived on the amount of blood and energy they need.
Right.
So the other types of stress is distress, is one of the negative types of stress. The mind is overworked and reflects into physical symptoms. Now, if that change remains for a long period of time, then eventually you start getting those physical symptoms like aches and pains in various parts of the body, or end up having high blood pressure, or you end up detecting diabetes or anxiety. So all these problems are stress related. There is nothing wrong with your body as such. So what yoga is doing here is helping you to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, to activate the relaxation response.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. That was a very elaborate physiological, scientific explanation, Ketki, which normally we wouldn't be thinking that deep. Like what I would say, or like any person would say that I'm just stressed, and then we'll start assessing, oh, why I'm stressed, because I have so much of work to do, and the various reasons we'll keep on highlighting. And as you have said, like you have explained, like all the how the physiology and how the body works, how it goes into a fight or a flight mode, and what's actually a good stress and what is a bad stress. But is there a way, like, because see, the stress, it's not like in a fraction of a second the stress happens, because I think it builds up, right? So maybe it starts with some small amount, and then you keep on fighting it, or like you don't even realize that you're stressed, and then that goes built up, and then there's a blast at certain point, and then you realize, oh yes, I'm stressed. So can you explain like how this how rather is there a way like we can really identify that stress is building in within me, or any of that sort of mechanism where we can actually say that, okay, yeah, let me take a break. I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling a bit stressed. Let me take a break and then assess myself and do some exercises or whatever. Yeah, can you just elaborate on that, please, KK?
Sure. So before understanding that, yes, we'll first understand the concept of stress according to yogic science. So what yoga is telling us, stress is nothing but the imbalance at physical and mental level, or excess speed of thoughts, emotions, and actions. So if, we all have, I think, experienced when we are stressed out, our mind races with thoughts. It just speeds up. And even to, your mind need to work so fast, all these physiological changes are simultaneously happening at the physical level. So you need to become aware of this imbalance, because if that fight and flight response remains for a long period of time and your body is not coming back to its original state, there is a state of imbalance. So yoga is a balance. So whenever we roll out the mat and do certain yogic practices, what we are trying to achieve is to bring this balance within and try to overcome this stress imbalance. So as you have rightly asked, is there a solution? Of course there is a solution. So can we just move to the next slide?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so the recognition is half the solution. Okay, what right now is happening in our life is the stress ladder in the life, where the stress response is higher than the relaxation. We are not giving our system enough time to relax, to come back to its original state, which is called as swasthya or well-being. As we say, we are not just humans, we are human beings. And being means to remain in your original state. And what we need to bring in is that relaxation remedy in life. So bring that stress ladder down and the relaxation mode. So whenever, if you're only aware, because first step towards yoga is it brings awareness towards your own body, breathing and mind. So recognize that right now you're stressed out and it's your responsibility to come out of it and to bring in that that balanced state or the harmony within by doing yogic practices. And it's not necessary that you have to do 1 hour of practice on the mat wherever you are, because most of the time you're in your chairs where you're sitting for long hours. So you can practice few techniques in your desk itself. So go for some deep breathing. That's what we are trying to practice today. Quick relaxation technique. So we are trying to understand the stimulation as well as relaxation. Unless and until you don't stimulate or don't understand how the tension builds up, you cannot really relax yourself. So that's why the relaxation builds attention. You focus your awareness and you build attention towards that activated or stimulated part within the body, followed by relaxation, and that's how you release the tension which is accumulated. So what yoga is telling you to relax.
Right. Okay. So following this, Ketki, are we going to practice the QRT now immediately after this, or you have anything else to add?
I think so. Yeah, let them experience this relaxation technique, and then we can have a discussion about their experience or how they have felt.
Right. Okay. So before I play this, do you have any particular instructions for our audience here today?
Just make yourself comfortable. If you're sitting in your chair, see to it your both feet are resting on the ground, so your feet are not hanging. Try to place your feet on the ground and place your palms on your thighs, palms facing the ceiling and fingers semi-closed. If you're wearing glasses, please remove them and make yourself comfortable.
I am Ketki from Atman Yoga Consultancy.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much, Ketki. I'm going to start the recording now.
Already started.
Sit comfortably wherever you are. If you are wearing glasses, please take them off. Now in your sitting position, relax your legs and arms and become aware of your lower body. Right from your toes up to your hips, contract all the muscles and let go. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax your toes, your ankles, your calves, your knees, your thighs. Relax. Now tighten your middle body, tighten your arms, back, abdomen, chest, shoulders, and your neck, and let go. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax your middle body. Now tighten your facial muscles, your lips, your eyes, and let go. Once again, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax your facial muscles. Enjoy the relaxation throughout your body. Now become aware of your breathing. Exhale. Feel the touch of your breath at the tip of your nostrils. As you breathe in, cool air is entering through your nostrils, and as you breathe out, a warm air is coming out. Try to feel the temperature difference of your breath. Try to practice abdominal breathing to help slow down your breath. As you're breathing, slow down, your mind also slow down. Just become aware of your mind. You can feel no thoughts or very few thoughts in your mind. It slowly becomes calm and peaceful. Enjoy the relaxation in your mind. Now gently brush your palms on each other. Try to make them warm enough. Place them on your eyes and feel the warmth. Give gentle massage all over your face, and with few blinks, slowly open your eyes. Thank you.
Thank you, Ketki.
I
So,
hope everyone has done it, and
yeah, that's what I was about to say. That I hope that everyone has found it equally relaxing. Like, did you want to add anything to it? Like, now this was like almost a 2 3 minutes practice which we did. Like, which,
yeah,
and I think
in fact,
that's most required. Sorry, Katie, that's most required, isn't it? Like, because we really don't want to get out of our routine. Like, we are, as you have said, we are literally stuck to the chairs. Like, people working from home. At least when you are in the office environment, you have opportunities to go to each other's desk or at least go to the tea room and all that. But as you're home, you're like always on the go. Like, people are emailing you, messaging you, and you want to satisfy like most of the people who are asking you questions or queries, and you don't really want to like get up away, go away, even though like you're struggling to grab a cup of tea. So in these
correct.
particular scenarios, like, you actually need something which is very quick and brisk, and which will be equally effective as well. So I definitely find this myself a very important technique. But did you want to like elaborate on it before we go further into the talk show?
I would like to know the experience of participants, what they have felt just now after doing QRT.
Okay, so a couple of them have said in the chats like it was a lovely feeling and relaxing, and someone has said it, and it's indeed very nice and relaxing. But what I would request the participant is like, as Katie has asked, you can unmute yourself and share your experiences if you can. I think Amit has unmuted his mic. Yes, Amit.
Yeah, hello, Ketki. It was a wonderful
Hello.
experience. Keeping your body
Okay.
contracted and then releasing the pressure. It was really wonderful feeling because currently I am working in such a stressful environment and in my business that these 5 minutes or 3 minutes made me totally soothing. It was a nice experience, really. I got a
That's
new
great.
technique. Yeah, I also
Great
do
to know.
meditation a lot. I do Reiki also, but these 3 minutes I thought they are wonderful. So I will now reciprocate this technique daily.
Yeah, what Amit, I would add here is the relaxation becomes more effective when you consciously stimulate your body parts.
Fine.
So when you're doing asanas, what we are doing is like stretching or twisting or bending. This is the form of stimulation. And stimulation followed by relaxation is very, very important. And the ratio has to be 1:2, as our stress ladder or the relaxation ladder is showing. Right now, our stress is like 2:1, the reverse ratio. We have to bring it 1:2. So give yourself stimulation, consciously, and also give yourself relaxation. So that works in order to give your body deep rest.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Ketki.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amit. Ajay, do you have a question there? Do you want to share your experience? Ajay's mic is unmuted. I'm just trying to check.
I think I'll have to try out this technique. I wasn't able to practice the technique now, so maybe a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah. Anyone else is there amongst the audiences who wants to share? You can unmute yourself and speak up, please.
My wife is also here, so she will like to say something.
No, thank you so much. That was really helpful. I tried and did it now, and I sometimes do it. It's really helpful. I think yoga just it's a constant journey towards discovering your own self. And I followed you, Ketki, as well.
Oh, okay.
No, it was really,
Thank you.
really relaxing. I think
That's great.
that's what people don't realize.
Hmm.
That,
And with experience, what I recognized is people can't relax. It's very hard for them to relax. Even they can't close their eyes. If I tell them to close the eyes, in between, they tend to open it, because our systems are right now is so much in activated mode. We need something. We cannot sit quiet. So I think that's a training we need to give through yogic practices, that we should be able to sit at one place, because our body sits, but our mind, is constantly activated. So it tells your body, come on, get up and do something.
Yeah. I think it is important to calm the monkey mind.
Yeah. So through the body, we are training our mind to become still, one-pointed, and relax.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
I would like to add.
Yeah. Anyone?
Yeah. I would like to add something. Ketki, you have a really soothing voice, and
Thank you.
yeah, as you said, it's really hard to relax. But I tried to relax as you started your, your audio, and I felt, those couple of minutes, I really felt relaxed. Well, as you said, we are always stressed. We are trying to figure out everything, our day-to-day life, and basically about work and home and everything. Try to juggle everything. These 2-3 minutes of relaxation, I would think, is great, because I feel like rejuvenated after 2-3 minutes. So imagine if I would be practicing this for half an hour. I think I would be absolutely fine. So
Exactly.
thank you very much. That was really lovely.
Oh, thank you, Pallavi. And here I would, like to mention that how yoga is different from other exercises, because yoga is not exercise, yoga is not a sport. Because when you play a sport, when you work out in the gym, when you go and do aerobics or weight training, you expend your energy levels. But when you do yoga, you conserve your energy. So how you feel this rejuvenated feeling within, because right now just by stimulation relaxation technique, you try to preserve the energy within. And that's why after a yoga practice, you always feel fresh, energetic, lighter in, physical body, mental body. So that is the big difference between yoga and all other forms of exercises.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, Pallavi, and thank you, Ketki. Anyone else amongst here to share? Right. Okay. So I think it was definitely very useful, and as you have rightly said, and as Pallavi and the others also highlighted it, that we think that we are sat and now I'm taking a break. We always say, okay, let me take a break, and you're actually sort of slouching on your chair and saying, okay, I've taken a break. But as you have said, your mind is completely and continuously active and planning things, what to do next or what to do with this and that. And these 3 minutes, I think, or 3 minutes exercise, and if you keep on doing this for every hour for 3 minutes, I think the next hour you can be more productive and more efficient.
Yes.
So and this is, I think this is very important for corporates, because like you have to make tough decisions, quick decisions, and sometimes you don't have enough data to take the decisions, and you still have to do them. And all of these will definitely help, because it will take us in making the decision more effectively. At the same time, you'll have full confidence over yourself, so that you are able to control your stress levels, which is going to an added advantage in our day-to-day lives. So thank you very much for that, Ketki. And and as I've always said, that the topics and the speakers and you associates who have collaborated with SPNSS are so versatile, and you have so much of knowledge that 30 minutes of the talk show are always very less. And obviously we are telling the audience also, we are bringing them sessions as and when after the talk show, because the talk show is just an introduction of the associates. So you will have definitely more sessions from Ketki and from the other associates. Like we are planning a meditation session soon of an hour, which is going to be a free session. But just before we close for today, Ketki, I'll just quickly run the offerings slide, so that people know, or audience know, what we have on offering as SPNSS Limited and Arthan Yoga collaborating together. And then I'll have few minutes for live question and answers if anyone has them, and then we will end the show. So I'll just go to the next slide. Right. Okay. So this, I'm just not going to read it out, because like it's again a short of time, but I'll just quickly say that in collaboration, we do have individual and corporate group sessions. So individual sessions are again 30 to 45 minutes, and they will be customized to what your needs are, how busy you are, and your lifestyle. And same is with the corporate sessions, but the corporate group sessions are like you get an advantage of having peers within you or people working around you, around with you. So if you are a group person, then you can go for a corporate session, or if you are like a person who wants to do it one-to-one, then you have one-to-one option as well. And again, SPNSS Limited, as always, have offered a 20% discount on the charges. So they are on your screen. And what we have done is, like, obviously our vision is to help corporate companies as well. So we have customized corporate company packages, which have not elaborated here. But if any one of you want to go back to your company and ask and book for inquiries, you can come back on booking and inquiries at excellence@spnsslimited.co.uk. So now, thank you very much for that. And I'm going to open a quick few minutes for question and answers if anyone has any, and then we'll conclude the show. So please unmute yourself if anyone of you have any questions for Ketki.
Yeah, hello, Amit here again.
Yeah, go on, Amit.
Yeah, Ketki, one question. Yeah, during this exercise, means I was trying hard to black out my total thoughts from my mind, but that was a bit difficult. Means, is there any technique to zero your thoughts during this exercise?
See, when you practice this will lead to, the thoughtless state of mind. So it's not that we are trying to achieve it, but that should be the result of what you are practicing.
Okay.
If you're practicing asanas, you're putting your body in certain position, which is steady without any movement. You're training your body not to move once you go in any posture. So that will reflect in your mind, not to move, not to wander, not to get distracted. So putting your body in a particular posture should reflect at your mental level, emotional level. So you will eventually overcome the speed of thoughts, or your mind is having lots of thoughts. That will slowly start reducing. For example, right now, if you're having 100 thoughts, when you go into the posture, that might come to 50 thoughts. Once you focus your awareness, because in yoga, what is expected to have is your awareness. If the movements are mechanical, then even you do 25 postures, you're not going to achieve any benefits. Just practice 2 to 3 postures, but total awareness. Your awareness is towards your body, your awareness is towards your breathing. That will further reduce the number of thoughts that might come to 10 or 15 thoughts. And
definitely,
then it's a continuous process. It will not happen instantly. That's why yoga is called as sadhana. It is a practice, and it is a lifelong practice.
Definitely.
And eventually, when you will start working on your breath, because breath is the powerful tool in order to get control over your mind. So once your body is fixed in one place, once your breathing slows down, because I always ask the participants in my class to count the number of breaths per minute. And with yoga practice, your number of breaths should come down. As your number of breaths come down, the number of thoughts also come down. Once you slow down your breathing, mind also slows down.
Right.
So that is
very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Amit. Thank you, Ketki. So that's really very important technique, basically, Ketki, which you have shared. And as I've said, like, we are running out of time. And if any more questions are there, please get back to us on an email, and Ketki and myself will be very happy to answer your questions. So thank you, Ketki, and thank you everyone for coming on the show. And I hope you have taken at least some important thing today to carry and practice for yourself. And please look out our posts for future sessions. So I'd just like to close today's session by saying that yoga is the end of the fluctuations of mind as we experienced now. And with a calm mind, obviously, you will have a relaxed body. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Ketki. Thank you all, and have a good day.